All right, hello everybody. So in this first video, we're getting started talking about the cognition unit, talking about how our brains think and how we solve problems. So let's start with the learning target, right? This is straight from the College Board. College Board would like us to be able to explain how cultural norms, expectations, and circumstances, as well as cognitive biases, apply to how we behave and how we process information. So let's start with some terms that you're going to need to know. And these terms are going to apply broadly throughout the unit and throughout the lesson that we're going to be doing next class. So we start with cognition, right? That's mental processing. It's the machinery of our brains. It's the activity that connects to how we process information, how we remember things, how we solve problems, how we may fail at solving problems, and also about creativity and critical thinking. Um, and if we go a layer up from that, we're talking about metacognition, right? Thinking about our own thinking, reflecting on thought processes and mental activities. This is sort of the thing that you do when you take a test and the strategies that you used for studying for that test may or may not have worked. You make an assessment of what went well, what didn't, and what can you change for next time, right? You're also investigating maybe feelings. Why do you feel a particular way? How well do you know something? How good is the information on a particular topic that you may or may not be super familiar with? Changing approaches, kind of evaluating performance, those sorts of things. If you're thinking about what's going on in your own brain, you're engaging in metacognition. All right, so let's talk about how our brain solves problems. There are a couple of terms that you're going to want to know. And the first is critical thinking, right? Thinking, and it's very hard to give this definition without using the word critical in the definition, but it's the skills that we use to generate solutions to problems, right? Organize information, think methodically through a particular situation, and also kind of make plans and pursue goals strategically, right? So this is a high level cognitive skill. And then on the flip side of this is solving problems through trial and error, right? Trying out different solutions until we find something that works. Now, trial and error, best used when you only have a few solutions because trial and error can be particularly time consuming. And it might not necessarily lead you in the right direction. It can kind of get you off track. So you want to be careful with this. But if there's a few solutions to a problem, trial and error is probably your best bet to just kind of run through all of them and identify the one that works. Okay, so those are the major terms that we're going to want to know in terms of general thinking. And then in the next video, we'll get into some specific ways that our thinking can lead us in some not so helpful directions. Okay, quick reference check here. Uh, a lot of this content comes to us from the Myers textbook that we all use, as well as the College Board. And, all of those resources are available to you through our website and then also through your textbook. So I'll leave that there. And then we will pick up next time with some ways that thinking can lead us in different directions. Thank you.